All right, yesterday we had an Iranian missile strike that targeted the U.S. base in northeastern Syria. In fact, that took place earlier today, which was one day after a self-destructing drone killed one U.S. contractor, injured another contractor, and injured 5 U.S. service members in the region. Well, according to the Pentagon, today's attack hit an American base southeast of the Syrian province of Dar al-Zor. And though it included a lot of rockets, fortunately, I understand there were no confirmed casualties. But the big question right now is, what threats do these attacks pose in light of the recent efforts in the region to try to de-escalate the tensions? Well, I know of no one better to discuss this topic with than who is joining me now, FRC's Executive Vice President, General Jerry Boykin. He spent the last 4 years of his 36-year military career as the Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence, and of course he was an original member of the Army's Delta Force. General Boykin, always an honor to have you on the program. Thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Well, Jody, it's a privilege to be on with you.
Well, listen, like I said, I don't know anyone I'd rather try to get information to on this. This is just pretty breaking news. So if you would, General, first just kind of give our viewers and listeners a basic rundown of what's taking place this week and where we stand right now.
Well, as you laid out there, elements of the IRGC, or the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, or at least affiliates of the IRCG, did just what you said. They used drones to actually, they didn't fire any shots, but what they did do was they crashed these drones into the base where we had U.S. citizens, and that's where the one contractor was killed and 6 or 7 other people were wounded. And then today, after we retaliated last night, today they fired again. This time they fired missiles into another one of our bases. No one was hurt as far as we know, but any way you look at this, this is a bad situation that we have going on right now, Jody, and I think it has everything to do with Xi's visit and how that emboldened the Iranians and in many ways restored their confidence.
Well, you're going exactly where I want to go. I really hadn't considered Xi's visit. That certainly, but the weakness of our own president. There's an accumulation of issues. So just kind of go a little bit further with this, if you would, General. Why, in your opinion, do you think Iran is taking such an aggressive position right now?
Yeah. First of all, it was announced by Mark Milley that Iran is, in 2 weeks' time, Iran could have enough fissile material to actually build a small warhead, and then a few months to build one that would be larger. And they have the missile capabilities to hit any place in the Middle East, any place. And of course, the primary target would be Israel. But I think the fact that she came in and brokered an agreement between 2 mortal enemies, that being Saudi Arabia and Iran, really emboldened the Iranians in terms of them seeing that they are surfacing, they are rising to the top as the dominant power, certainly in the Persian Gulf, but really in the whole Middle Eastern part of the world. And I think that while the IRGC is the one that actually ordered this attack on us yesterday and this morning about 8 o'clock, I think that it's important for us to understand that the IRGC is the most powerful government entity in Iran, and they made a decision to go after America because they felt like they're now on top. They're surfacing as what they've always wanted to be, which is why they wanted a nuclear weapon. And what they want to be is they want to be the dominant power in that part of the world. And it's happening for them right now. And
Wow.
Let me just say this, too. The other thing is we need to remember this. It has been no secret, at least it's been an open secret, that the Saudis have offered the Israelis airfields from which they can refuel and rearm if they do a preemptive strike on the any of the nuclear sites inside of Iran. And now that has been taken away because of this agreement that she brokered. Now the Saudis, in no way are they going to allow the Israelis to fly their airspace or use any of their facilities for rearming and refueling if they try to do a nuclear attack. And I think that is another factor in this whole thing.
Absolutely. Listen, we've got less than 30 seconds. Were you surprised by the president authorizing the response, and what should be the best response right now? 15 seconds.
Yeah, I was surprised, but now we ought to make a parking lot out of those places that we bombed yesterday, or new places have anything to do with the IRGC. Just bomb them, make a parking lot.
Thank you, Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin. Always great to see you. Thanks for coming on the program.
Good to be with you, Jody.